Hello ladies, and welcome to another day of 30 days of handmade crafts. Today we're going to work on a quick little project, nice and easy. You can make a bunch at once if you should have a bunch of gift cards to give away. We're going to work on some gift card holders. Here's my samples, I'll just show you real quick. We're going to make a library pocket, a tag, a mini envelope, and my favorite, the gift card goes in there, and then you can write a little message on the inside. Okay, and on the tag, the gift card just fits right in there. Okay, let's get started so that we can get them all in. I'm going to start off with the mini envelope. Nice, easy one. We're going to start off with a piece of paper that is 4.5 by 5 3/4. I am using paper from the 12 Days of Christmas collection that I got at Michael's. It's a recollection paper pack. Okay, so on the 4.5 side, I'm going to score it. I put it in so that it goes to the 4.5 side. I'm just going to score it at a 1/2 inch on each side. And the easiest way for me to do that is to just score it once and then flip it. Then I'm going to put it into the 5 3/4 side, and I'm going to score it at 2 and 4 1/4. Okay, that's all the scoring that you need to do. Again, this piece of paper is 4.5 by 5 3/4. Okay, the next step, we're just going to cut off our flaps. What we want to do is we want to leave the middle flaps intact. I'll show you what I mean after I cut them out so you'll see. We just want to cut the 1/2 inch flaps off the side, but we want to leave them in the middle. So here's what it looks like. There's the 1/2 inch flap there, and all I did was I cut them at an angle so that they're it'll help my folding. Okay. Then the next step is to just do up your folds and set them. Just like that, and we're going to apply the adhesive. This is the bottom flap right here. We're just going to apply the adhesive to the sides of that flap. And then we're going to fold them up just like so. And you can tell we already have our envelope. Now we're just going to take and do something to these. You can either edge punch them like I did on the sample. I just did a nice little edge punch to them. On this one, just for time's sake, I'm just going to corner round them. Then I'm going to take my inker and I'm just going to ink up the edges here a little bit. And then I fold my top part over there. And there we have our first gift card holder. And you can see your gift card fits right in there, and then you can just pull it out. Okay, so there's number 1. Number 2 is going to be the library pocket, so we'll start off with that one. To do the library pocket, you're going to start with a piece of paper that is 3.5 by 6 1/4 tall. We're going to score it. We're going to put it in at the 3.5 side there at the top, and then we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch on each side of that. Okay, then we're going to put it to the 6 1/4 inch, and we're going to score it at 2.5, just like so. and I messed up. I did not pay attention. I wanted to make sure I have writing on mine, and I did not make sure that the writing was on the tall part. So I'm just going to have to adjust my plan a little bit, but that's okay. For this one, we're going to cut the flaps off the long part, and I'm just angling them too. Okay. Then we're going to cut them off the long part. Just like so. Then we're going to fold that up. And then these two flaps get folded around the outside just like that. Now what I want to do for mine is I want to decorate this top part so that it's not showing, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to stick this in there just like that. Okay, and I'm not worrying too much about it being perfect because I'll cut it after I put it on there. It'll make it a little bit easier. I'm making sure that I go down into the actual pocket because I want it to be covered. Now I'm just going to cut off the excess, and this is just an extra step. You do not need to take this step if you don't mind the white showing, or if you have double-sided paper, you would not need to do this either. There we have it. And then I'm not happy with how that looks, so I'm actually just going to trim a tiny bit off of the top because it came out a little bit different than I wanted. That's better. Okay. And then I also like to round my corners, my top corners of a library card. And then I'm also going to ink the edges just a little bit, just so the white paper, the white core of the paper doesn't show through. Then I fold it up like so, and I put adhesive on this flap and on that flap, and then fold them up, and you have a nice library pocket folder, gift card holder. You could stick this to the top of a present, or you could stick any of these to the top of a present and they'd look really cool. Next one, actually I'm going to show you really quick how I did this one. All I did was I took a large tag, one of these tags here, a large manila tag. I scored it on the bottom part at 2, and then I edge punched it, and then I stamped up here and I embossed it with glittery embossing powder, and then I sprayed it with my glimmer mist and wiped it off, and then inked up my edges, poked 2 holes in the side, and stuck those in to make a pocket. Okay? And now lastly, the fun one. You're going to start off with a piece of paper. This piece of paper is 2 3/4 by 4. Okay? Yep, 2 3/4 by 4, and I rounded the top edges. Okay? And then the next step is you're going to have a piece of paper that is 2 3/4 by 6, and you're going to fold this exactly in half. You can score it if that makes it easier for you. You're just going to fold it exactly in half. I have already inked my edges, but I'm going to have to touch them up because I'm going to round the corners too. Then you're going to take a wet glue because this is going to be a pocket, so you want it to dry. So don't use a tape because you don't want the gift card to get stuck in it. And I'm going to go around 3 edges not counting, I'm not going to go around the folded edge. Okay? And I'll show you exactly what I mean in a sec. And of course, my glue is not cooperating. Figures. Okay, so you have it around all three edges. You can see there's my fold right up here, and I put the glue there around the edges, and then I'm going to put it at the very bottom of this piece of paper that I cut off, or that I cut earlier, that was 2 3/4 by 4. And then I'm just going to press the glue into it, or I'm just gonna, make sure the glue sets really well. Make sure it all folds down. You could use a brayer, you could use a bone folder like I just did. However you do it, you just want to make sure that it folds, that it adheres. Then I'm going to round those edges so that it's all completely rounded. I'm also going to ink those corners up so that they all match, like that. And then it opens up so you can write your little message there, and it gives you a fun place to stick your gift card. Okay, and then you can decorate it. You could tie ribbon on it like I did on this one, and you can see on this one I just used white paper as the background. Nice and simple. And then on this one I used pattern paper all the way through, and you can see that it gives you a very nice gift card holder. Okay, so there's all our gift card holders. We did an envelope, we did a library pocket, and we did a card pocket. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. Sorry I went so fast. I wanted to make sure that I fit it all into the video. My email address is Anna Marie. Sorry. My email address is annamarie29@gmail.com. And thank you again for watching another video, another day of 30 days of handmade videos, or handmade gifts. Have a good one.